What's happening? I'm Ironman from the music group The Lottery, Showtime Records, and you can tell from the gear I am fresh from our summer league game. Well, those boys, I gotta tell you, these boys took care of business. The boys on the squad, The Lottery, they handled their business. Kudos to them. I appreciate the way they stood up, took names, and took notice. Took notice on that basketball court. I was very, I don't want to say proud, but I guess proud is a pretty good word. I was enthused, I was enthralled by the fantastic performance they put on tonight. They took care of business. Now it's finally time for me to take care of business. I've waited an actual full 24 hours since the news first broke, this breaking news, this monumental news that has taken over the sports world community. Okay, and I started checking the internet and scouring it because the first thing that went to my mind is like, man, I need to go. I need to go. I've got to get on Twitter. I gotta get on Twitter. You say, why were you trying to get on Twitter? Okay? Because I was looking for something. I was searching. Okay? I used Google and all that good stuff. Bing, if they still have that out. But I wanted to use a Yahoo. I wanted to use Twitter because I knew that is the source. That is the prime hotspot for the tweets, the tweet storm that I just knew was coming. I knew this tweet storm was coming, but I was searching. Stay with me now. I was searching all day and I just could not find a single tweet about it from this account. I don't know what was going on. I was searching. So anybody can help me out, I would really appreciate it. Well, there's another way you can help me out. If you're enjoying these videos that I do that are full of edutainment, which is hopefully entertaining to you. Everyone's not entertained by the same thing, but hopefully it's fairly entertaining to you in those few minutes that you take out to watch the video, and with a little information that you might find handy if you want to use it another time. You can always subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you're alerted every time there's a brand new video. You can like the video and share it to your heart's desire. I truly do appreciate it. I truly do. It really helps me out. This is what I do for a living, for the squad. Okay, but besides that, another way you can help me out is if anyone has a link to these tweets that I am looking for, please leave them down in the comment section below so I can find them. You say, what tweets am I looking for? I'm looking for the tweets that I just knew had to be there. I guess I'm just not tech savvy enough. I could not find these tweets from one Donald J. Trump. I believe those are his initials. Donald J. Trump. And you say, what would Trump be tweeting about now? He's always tweeting about something. You can't find those? I was searching, I was looking. Didn't find a single time. I thought it was going to be a tweet storm. And you say, well, what are you talking about? Wait a minute. When I clicked on the thumbnail, this isn't what I expected. What's going on with this video? Stay with me now. I like to go on a tangent. I like to deliver videos. I'm not CNN. Okay, I'm not Fox News fake news. I'm not that. I try to give it to you from a different perspective, a different point of view, maybe in a way that you hadn't thought about it before. The different views and opinions that I've gathered from a lot of different sources and people around me. So we can just look at it in a different way, But I was looking for these tweets from Donald J. Trump. And you say, well, look, hey, look, whoa. I know half of the country is finna turn off. They're finna hit that dislike button. I'm not here to bash Donald J. Trump. I'm not here to bash Donald Trump. I'm not gonna do that. I don't hold those type of emotions, that type of hatred in my heart. I'm not here. It may surprise you, but I do not have a problem with Donald J. Trump at all. At all. You say, well, will you support him? Didn't say that. I said I don't have a problem with them. When I go to think about another human being and the idea that I have of them, two things come to my mind very quickly on my priority list. That first thing is honesty. I hate liars. Okay? But I'm not going to go into that right now. what I'm trying to go into is the second thing that's most important to me when I'm having an idea of someone's persona, their aura, what I think about them, what I think about another human being. The second thing that's most important to me is consistency. I enjoy a consistent human being. It lets me know where you stand. Whether you're a good guy, whether you're a bad guy, we're for this, against this. Just be consistent. My bro, Los Luthor, he told me many years ago, just do you, bro. Hey man, just do you. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Do you, bro. And I was like, oh, okay, man. I'm gonna do me. Just do you. Just do. He always had to clap when he's at. I don't know. That made it more important. I don't know, pertinent for me to listen. I don't know. Maybe it just stayed in my mind. But he always said, do you. Do whatever kind of person you are. Do you. But I want you to be honest and most importantly, consistent. Consistent. Now, when this guy by the name of Colin Kaepernick a few years ago decided, this is after he talked to someone very special in the military, he talked to them about, good ways to honor, make sure he wasn't disrespecting the people in the military, all the fallen soldiers, people put their lives on the line, but also to draw attention to things he didn't believe in and some of the current issues that were plaguing humanity at this current time. This very important person in the military, he told them instead of just, putting the fists up in the air and any other stuff, he said, always take a knee. That's the show that's like, hey, genuflect. Go ahead and take that knee, bro. Go ahead and take that knee. That's how we show, respect in the military to honor people. And he said, okay. He wasn't hurt nobody. I gotta let you know. Not a single person was hurt in any of those games where anybody ever took a knee. But that's besides the point. That's another tangent. That's too much like logic and reasoning for most of these people. But he took a knee and Donald J. Trump felt a certain type of way, he felt a certain type of way about their actions. To showing disrespect to the military, the United States, and most importantly to the United States flag. To the flag. He equated that even though these flags are just nylon fabric and material sewn most likely in a foreign country like China, which like most of the products that he sells on his website, they're talking about Make America Great Again, are made in China and other foreign countries, but that's besides the point. He equated everyone is entitled to their own personal opinion. I'm not mad at Donald J. Trump at all. He's entitled to his opinion. It's one of the great things about living in America. That's one of the great things. So I'm not trying to take that away from him. But I just want people to be consistent. The man said you were showing disrespect to the US of A and all those great military veterans and people serving in it currently. Said you were showing disrespect. Wrote the tweet. I was so certain that there was going to be a tweet storm from Donald J. Trump. About what? About who? What am I talking about? What is this video actually about? What is Donald J. Trump's reaction to the man, the myth, the urban legend, Urban Meyer, Ohio State Buckeye head coach, legendary head coach? What is his reaction to this guy being paid to go on leave while they investigate whether he knew that one of his assistant coaches, Zach Smith, I believe his name, wide receiver coach, had gotten arrested again for the umpteenth time for domestic violence. Domestic violence. I knew for sure that he was going to go on a tweet storm and let the world know that if they don't like it, it's an honor, it's a privilege to coach at one of these fantastic universities. It is an honor and a privilege to get paid hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of dollars for some of the coaches. I believe Urban Meyer is about to get paid about $7 million a year, or at least he wasn't lying to. It's an honor and a privilege to be involved in those billion-dollar businesses, which is the NCAA football community. It's an honor and a privilege, and if you don't like it, you can't show respect to the other people that are involved in it, then get out. I was so waiting to hear those tweets, the mini tweets that were just going to be rolling off his head, just like he did for the NFL. Just like when he said, I was waiting for him to say, oh man, you need to get, if they don't like it, they don't want to show respect to people's wives and all this stuff, fire them sons of bitches. Fire, I was waiting for it. I was waiting on it. I was waiting on it to fire them sons of bitches. I can't find a single tweet. He didn't say nothing about Urban Meyer. He ain't said nothing about Zach Smith. He ain't said about Shelley. He ain't said about White. He ain't said about nothing. He ain't said nothing. It's quiet as a mouse. Crickets over there. It's crickets. He ain't said nothing. All I'm asking, I'm not hating on Donald J. Trump. I just want him to be consistent. He's so seriously involved about respect in the game of football. And the sanctity of people disrespecting the sanctity of college universities. Not everybody has a chance to go to college. And for someone to disrespect that after getting paid so much money, I was so sure he was going to be like, man, fire them sons of bitches. Fire them. Get rid of them. Place them with somebody else. And then to tell all his fans and supporters not to watch college football anymore until they do something about it. They clean up their act and start showing more respect. But he has done nothing. Quiet as a mouse. Church mouse. And crickets. He ain't said nothing. I just want you to be consistent. Far out the tweets, Donald J. Trump. I don't understand why you're so silent on this issue. You just tweeted out about about a week ago. Actually, it was a couple days ago when Jerry Jones went behind the NFL's back and said, hey, everybody, you know my stance has never changed. People in the NFL, if you want to be a Dallas Cowboy, you're going to toe on the line. You are going to stand. You cannot stay in the locker room. You're going to do that. Man, Donald J. Trump, he was on the Twitter. He said, way to go, Jerry Jones. I'm now a Dallas Cowboy fan. All this other nonsense people were saying. He won it super quick. Ain't said nothing about Urban Meyer. Ain't said nothing about Zach Smith. Ain't said nothing about the lies NCAA. All the people still wearing their Ohio Buckeye material and whatnot. Come on now. He ain't said nothing. I just want you to be consistent, Paul. That's all I'm looking for. Consistency. Whether you feel a certain way or another way, it doesn't matter to me. That's your right. That's your opportunity as a member of the United States of America. Okay, now you wonder, it's like, what about Urban Meyer? Do you think Urban Meyer should get fired? Is he gonna get fired? Listen, here we go. 2009, Urban Meyer was the coach of the Florida Gators. And them Gators. He was the coach of the Florida Gators. And Zach Smith, this guy, he was an assistant for him. Got arrested, didn't go anywhere, there were no charges filed, all other stuff. Okay, so they moved on. He eventually moved on to Ohio State. Okay, no problem. And apparently, there are rumors that saying that there's been a lot of alleged domestic violence in the last 6 years. Okay, culminating in 2015, where it was reported that Zach Smith got arrested again for domestic violence. And the police have been called umpteen times. I'm not sure about the exact facts, but the police were involved. When the police get involved, it is a serious problem, okay? But they got involved. All of a sudden, this information came out, and I believe his name was Brett McMurphy. Well, after this information, this reporter, this long-time National Football League, but college football side reporter, this guy uncovered this information that he had got arrested, and all of a sudden, like 30, 50 minutes, almost an hour later, Zach Smith got fired. And then the big time, because college football started up again, okay, Okay, Urban Meyer had to ask some questions. He's like, hey man, what's going on? You know, why you get fired and all this other stuff. Did you know about the 2015 incident where it was called domestic violence again? He got arrested. He was like, hey man, I had no knowledge of that. That's what they're honesty and consistency. Honesty and consistency. They asked him about it. He unequivocally, he denied having any knowledge of that 2015 incident. They just said they got rid of Zach Smith, you know, for all the reasons. We parted ways. We're not gonna talk about that. But I had no earlier information about that 2015 incident. Okay. So this guy, Brett McMurphy, said, hold up. He went down, spent 3 days in Ohio with I believe the woman's name is Courtney. She's the former wife, thank God. She left this guy, thank God, and she wasn't hurt after leaving, because you know sometimes they get real upset. So I'm glad she left and she was unhurt, unscathed. Okay, but did an interview with this woman, and she was like, oh yeah, I was in contact with the other coaches' wives on the team, and they all knew about it, and especially with Shelly Meyer, who is the wife of Urban Meyer. Now look, she was asked point blank, did Shelly tell you that she told Urban Meyer? She said no, she did not tell me that. But I can't see as to how she wouldn't have told her. She said she was in contact with me. She was asking about my health. She knew I was scared. She said she was scared, you know, for me and wanted to make sure that I was safe. But she never actually confirmed that she talked to Urban about this information. Okay, that's a very important nugget. That's a very important nugget when we're talking about whether he should get fired or not. There's no, until this point, there's no information actually saying that, hey, conclusive proof that Urban Meyer actually knew about that. And see, that's where it comes into play. Now, most people are thinking it's like, wow, how is it that the wife of the head coach of a nationally ranked college football team, a legendary college university like Ohio State, how would they not be talking? Now, of course, if it's me, I'm thinking, wow, you're trying to tell me that the wife of Urban Meyer didn't tell him that Zach Smith got arrested? There's no proof. We're talking about, I guess, I don't know how strong you have to convince these people. The burden of proof is the word the phrase I was looking for. I don't know how strong the burden of proof is. I'm not sure if it's, you know, without a doubt or anything beyond a reasonable doubt, like it is in a court of law. I'm sure they may have lower standards. I don't know. They may have higher standards. I really don't know. But that's the problem, whether you're going to fire this person or not for just cause, because I'm sure he can sue for all the money that he's owed and damages to his reputation. So they have to look into that. So be wary. You know, all the people are like, oh man, domestic violence is wrong. Get rid of these people. You can't just do that because of hearsay, and it's like it's likely that, you know, she told them. There's no proof. Then, you know, man, people have to come out their pockets, and that's a problem, paying somebody just to leave because you didn't have any proof. No one wants to do that, you know. But most important thing is she's out of that relationship. She's no longer married to Zach Smith anymore. Thank God for that. But that's the important question. Now, obviously, if it's me, I'm thinking there's no way that wife didn't tell Urban Meyer about that. But if you're asking me if it was proven, there's no evidence of that as of yet. Okay, now here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. You say, well, I've heard people in the comment section, they're like, oh, Urban Meyer's not the police. If they went to the police, he was arrested, and the police investigated, no charges were filed, they let him go, and everything was good to go. He's not a police officer. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It is not his responsibility to take care of another grown man and tell you what you're gonna do. Showing up to the house with your security guard belt and your flashlight, clicking on people, trying to see what you're trying to do, because you can get hurt that way, getting involved in other people's situations. But here's the thing, we're talking about on a professional level, not on like, is that a good person? Is that a good move? Because obviously you should always look out for your family, friends, and people around you. That's what I try to do in this life that I live. Okay, but the problem here is being professional about it It's not about Urban Meyer. It's not about Urban Meyer. Now, that they can prove that he knew, they're going to get rid of him. This is his last day. He's no longer going to be coaching. They got to get rid of him. They got to. They got to. They got to. Because Title IX, which is the laws that are decreed over the governing body of the NCAA, they say when there's incidents of domestic violence or sexual assault or anything like that, you have to alert the university. You have to let them know about it. You have to let them know about it and take any information you have, I guess, to the proper authorities. You have to do it. You're bound by that. Title IX, look it up. You're bound by that. You have to let them know. But if he didn't know, you can't fire him for just cause because he didn't know. He didn't know, even though it's highly unlikely that he didn't know. But proof and being highly unlikely are two totally different things. Now, here's the situation. Here's the proof that we do have. We do have proof from these text messages that were covered by Brett McMurphy that the wife of Urban Meyer, Shelly Meyer, she knew. She knew, not only her, but a bunch of the other wives, of the coaches on the staff. They knew. But I'm not worried about the other wives of the other coach staff. I'm worried about Shelly because she's actually an employee of the university. She is a registered nurse and she actually teaches classes at the university. Now the thing is with that, you have to take like an oath. When you find out about someone there's likely domestic violence or an assault or a crime that's been committed or a sexual assault or anything like that, you are honor bound. You are bound. You are obligated to report that information to the proper authorities so it gets checked out. You can't just keep it a secret. Because she works there, she is bound by Title IX, I guess, her decree or oath. I'm not sure about the exacts of it, but she's bound to have to tell someone when you have information about that, and it's been proven. So this is how it could happen. He could keep his job, and she's definitely going to get fired. Definitely going to get fired unless she comes out with some type of wild and crazy defense that those text messages aren't mine, but I'm sure they have forensic evidence to go through their phone records and messages. That I'm sure she can't deny that because that is proof solid. It is very solid over there. But she could get fired and he could stay on his job because there's actually no proof that he knew, and he could continue to be the coach. But I don't see how he can continue being a coach after that. I believe that the Ohio State University, even if they can't find any information to validate or substantiate the claims that he actually knew, they're going to part ways with him regardless. Because this is going to be a PR nightmare forever. Forever. People are not going to forget. It is going to be a problem non-stop. You think the Me Too movement was over? Oh no, it's just getting started. Bruh. Listen, and I'm all for it. They are not going to stop until they get that man let go. So I believe with heart of hearts, that he is going to be gone regardless of the information that they uncovered during this investigation. If you have enjoyed this video, I surely appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you'll learn it every time there's a brand new video. If you think they may enjoy this video, feel free to share this with your friends, your families, your homies, your neighbors, your BFFs forever, your boss, your co-workers, your fans, and your followers. I'm Ironman from the music group The Lottery, Showtime Records, and it's just how I see it. Be blessed and Godspeed.